100%.
Oh, go ahead, John.
Mike's defense, just like, what do you see that is allowing him to be really effective right now? It seems like.
I mean, he understands game plans. He's always in the right position. He competes through screens. He's one of the best chase defenders in the league. He can draw fouls at the appropriate times. Always gets a good shot contest, boxes out, guys at a disadvantage, will front the post, Want me to go on?
Please. No, please do, no. But I mean, just it does.
Yeah.
Like he will do whatever is required.
Yeah.
In any moment.
Yeah, he's competitive. He's a winner. And he understands how important that part of the floor is. So he's a two-way player. He's always been a two-way player. He doesn't probably get enough credit for being a two-way player.
He draws fouls at the appropriate times. Is that a nice way of saying you fools
Did
the
I just say
referees?
that?
You did.
I
yeah.
didn't say that. No.
A few years ago, we were joking with you that you had the greatest starting lineup in history because of their net rating. So what does it feel like this year to have the best three-man bench unit in history? Nas, Nikhil, Dante have the highest net rating.
Like everything else in this game, when you win, it feels amazing, and when you lose, it doesn't feel good at all. I don't know what it means, but we have 8 starter quality guys. Our bench should be good, I think these guys lead the league in bench scoring, but they also, play 13 guys, so they play a lot of bench minutes and get a lot of bench production. So, but no, they have a good combination. Those guys, they complement each other really well. They all guard, that unit that's been starting the second and the fourth. Is loaded with them, so it's no surprise.
When did you notice, because you talk about trying to find the right kind of 2-3 man combos a lot. When did you notice that these three just maybe had it or were playing well together?
I mean, last year.
Dante, even with Dante.
I mean, it's just the lineup we used in the fourth without Kyle.
Okay.
We knew what the key components were, and that we just kind of leaned into that. It took us a while to figure that one out last year, about half the season, and then J-Mac was in it sometimes, depending on who was available to play. But yeah, I mean, we always used to start the season conventional thinking. You got to have one of Ant and Kat on the floor, one of Ant and Julius on the floor, but that probably didn't give enough credence to the other guys' ability to play together and really make each other better.
Did you on the challenge? Was that Jeff?
Jeff.
We got it.
Yeah, dude's a sociopath. He has zero emotion on these things. So I just trust him. As soon as they say challenge it, I just challenge it. Yeah, so.
Is that a nice balance to your emotion in the moment sometimes? Or,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So no, we have a process. I think it's every team probably does the things that we feel are winnable, and then as the game moves along, then other things enter into that kind of Venn diagram, if you will, but it's just I trust those guys. He and Nate do a great job, and so when they say it was the play of the game.
Yeah. Did that one? It felt like you made a quick decision. Was it known right away? Were you just right in it? Because there's sometimes. It's
I just heard challenge it from the bench, so I did. Yeah. So.
Last year he was not in a rim protection situation as often, or is it the traditional center and. How or maybe if you talk to him, how has that kind of been adjusting from maybe being more 3-4 to 4-5 this year from the defensive style?
Yeah, I think it's getting back to more emphasis on swarm the rim, fly around, low man. You go in numbers if we have to, and just kind of activate ourselves. Going back a couple years ago when he was more of that. So. Yeah, we kind of basically kind of try to attack the ball in the paint now.
Coach, rewire?
Yeah, definitely, 100% rewiring. I mean, he's spent a lot of time, chasing and guarding on the perimeter and switches. And then, with Rudy, sometimes there's he wants you to come, he wants you to stay, he wants you to come, he wants you to stay. So some of that kind of indecision. And as we have new pieces, with Julius and Dante, they struggle with it too. So we just had to take all that indecision away, and all the nuance of playing with Rudy just had to be parked, and we just had to go back to you know, we're all go. I don't care if 5 people go to the ball. I don't, you know, we got to go. So, you know.
Coach, what does it say about your group that they can hear some criticism that's probably not the most comfortable to hear and come together so quickly the way they have?
No, we got good people, you know, and I think really good guys. I think they want to win. So I don't think there was any malicious intent, you know, in the way that they were playing. I don't think there was malicious intent in the things that were said. It was just like a reckoning that, you know, we're not focused on the right things right now. And they realize that. It takes, like, maturity, and I think it takes, like, trust that it comes from a good place, you know. So, and when you play with good people, like, they're high-character guys, so they naturally want to like each other and believe that the message is pure.